Since the dawn of humanity, we have sought to understand and connect with the mystery that surrounds us. Today, we will embark on a fascinating journey that unites the ancient and the contemporary, the visible and the invisible, the ley lines. These invisible tracings that seem to interconnect sacred sites around the world hold secrets and stories from ancient times. Join me as we unravel together the hidden power of these energy lines that, over the ages, have guided not only our physical space, but also our spiritual experiences. Ley lines are, in essence, energetic trails that many believe traverse the Earth's surface. The hypothesis is that they interconnect places of spiritual and cultural significance, such as Stonehenge, the pyramids of Egypt, Machu Picchu, and even the city of Jerusalem. To understand these lines, we must accept the premise that Earth is a living network, pulsating with energy. Thus, these lines would function as channels that organize and distribute this vital force. Now let's dive deep into the history behind the ley lines. This concept emerged from an ancient British scholar named Alfred Watkins in 1921. He described them as straight bands connecting notable historical and spiritual landmarks. The idea was born from an epiphany Watkins had while looking at old maps of England. He noticed an intersection of significant places that, in a way, aligned in straight lines. At first, he may not have recognized the spiritual depth of this perception, treating them as simple ancient routes. However, the idea exploded into more powerful interpretations, gaining notoriety in the field of esotericism. But ley lines are not exclusive to England or Watkins' work. Cultures around the world have their own variations of these sacred paths. For example, in ancient China, there is the concept of dragons that traverse the land in straight lines, often associated with feng shui practices. In the Andean world, the sikhs were sacred paths that radiated from temples in various directions until they encountered spiritually significant mountains and rivers. It's fascinating how different cultures independently captured the idea of energy routes connecting our planet. These lines are not just geographical traces. Some believe they conduct a kind of telluric energy, capable of elevating our consciousness. The ancient builders undoubtedly had a profound understanding of sacred geometries and the properties of the place where they erected their monuments. The construction of megaliths and cities along these lines would not be a coincidence, but a choice loaded with purpose and wisdom. That's why we feel a certain reverence and connection when we visit these places, as if time and space dissipate for the sake of spiritual communion. Skeptics may challenge the validity of ley lines, claiming that the alignments are the result of coincidences or mere cultural interpretation. But any honest investigation recognizes that the human experience of the sacred is never exclusively logical. It is intuitive and resonant. We may not be able to empirically measure the energy of ley lines, but the spiritual and emotional effects we feel in sacred places around these lines speak for themselves. Beyond direct experiences, a deeper examination of ley lines may reveal truths about how we, as a species, have connected with our environment over the centuries. Reflecting on this alignment and seeking harmony between our daily lives and these subtle energies can bring clarity and healing. By understanding where we are within this cosmic web of energy, we can become more aware of the role we play and how we can contribute positively to our world. Let's explore some of these emblematic places and the energy they emanate. Stonehenge, for example, is not just a circle of stones. It is a cosmic observatory and a spiritual focal point. The lines extending from it connect other sites not only in England, but resonate with energy across the entire planet. These connections serve as a reminder of the fundamental function of sacred sites, to unite heaven and earth, transcending the material and touching the eternal. Similarly, the pyramids of Giza are not just imposing tombs. They are fixed in space and time with incredible precision, capturing cosmic forces that animate our planet. Their calculated position along the ley lines demonstrates a deep understanding of geometries that extend beyond the visible range of the human eye, acting as energy repeaters that align us with the stars. I am fully aware that the knowledge of ley lines opens doors to deeper questions. How can we harness this energy in our modern lives? Can we create our own personal ley lines or energetically aligned environments in our homes? These are some of the considerations we must explore. We begin to realize that the subtle energy channeled by ley lines is not limited to temples and ancient monuments. We can create sacred spaces anywhere our heart resides. To do so, we need to be aware of our own energy, our thoughts, and how we relate to our environment. Harmony can be born from the principles that ley lines symbolize: balance, natural flow, and respect for the interconnectedness of all that exists. I thus lead to the idea that ley lines do not represent just a physical or energetic alignment, but also a powerful metaphor. Thinking of our world and lives as intertwined by these invisible lines invites us to reflect on our own connections, with ourselves, with other human beings, and with the earth. By harmonizing our personal energy with the universe around us, we can actively participate in a cosmic dance of balance, clarity, and purpose. My wish is that each of us finds ways to explore these deeper truths, and that the ley lines guide us symbolically to greater peace and harmony. Venture to feel these alignments, tune into their energies, and collectively, we can open paths to a more integrated and enlightened world. I sincerely thank each of you who joined me in this exploration of the ley lines, this hidden connectivity that binds us all in ways we are just beginning to understand. I hope you can feel the power of this cosmic network in your lives, and that it inspires you to seek a fuller and more connected existence. Thank you very much for your attention and presence.